Up to this point, we've only played chords with their root notes on the bottom. So if we play a C, the C is the lowest note. If we play a D, D is the lowest note. If we play a G, the G is the lowest note. But it's not necessary to have the note that carries the name of the chord as the lowest note. You could also use the third or the fifth. The idea here is that we're going to use the same three notes, but we're going to change their register. So, rather than play C, E, and G, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by playing the E, and then the G here, and then instead of the C down here, I'm going to play the C an octave higher up here, and I get E, G, C. The major third is the lowest note. From scale tones, low to high, what I have is 3, 5, 1. This is known as a first inversion chord because I've inverted the C, E, and G to now be E, G, and C. I've taken the C and moved it up an octave higher. I can do the same thing one more time, and instead of playing the E on the bottom, I can leave the G, the lowest note on the bottom, and then move the E up higher. So now the C and the E are both up here. And then what I get is a G, a C, and an E. This is known as a second inversion. If I carry the principle one step further, meaning that I'm going to make the G an octave higher, I've essentially just returned to my basic triad shape, which is known as root position. So, I've got a C, an E, and a G. Low to high, that's root position. The C is at the bottom. The E, the major third, any chord that has the major third on the bottom is a first inversion. Then, if I have the fifth on the bottom, the G, and I play G, C, E, 5, 1, 3, that is a second inversion chord. If I continue that principle up higher, if I move the G up an octave higher to here and I play C, E, G, I've simply returned to my root position an octave higher.